There are two answers, no or yes. So when they answer no, they will get tortured.
Mr. Sam is now having the job to tell everyone and pass all this information on. And
They just asked for a lift, and this is what I mean. This guy is a legend.
we are in Battambang, and in this episode it's going to be actually a really special one. We're going to do the highlights, basically the things that you have to do when you are in Battambang. Let's meet Mr. Sam first. Hello.
Hello.
So,
my name is Sam. I'm from Battambang.
Okay.
I'm 52 years old.
So you ate lunch already?
I ate lunch already.
I saved it for now, actually.
Yeah.
So we are able to learn a little bit about the Khmer history as well?
Yes.
Are you able also to maybe tell a little bit about your personal story? Because
absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes.
What's the name?
Khmer name is Ngao Ngam Ngau Saitmon.
I mean, I never heard of it. It's beautiful. It's just delicious. And we've got the stewed fish with mango. Whoa. Very sweet, very salty also. Oily. And the fish. It's unbelievable. Now we are going to the bamboo train, the famous bamboo train. Apparently there is one is like made for tourism, and there's the OG one. And we're taking you obviously to the OG one. It's a half an hour drive and we're leaving the city behind. November 1953, Cambodia declared independence, and this monument, actually built last year, is the Independence Monument.
Independence Day.
Yeah. So what is it going to be busy here then?
It's going to be busy, but the government will block this park.
Okay.
And then all the high senior leader of the government will gathering around this building, mourning to the people who died during the French colonial period, that they're struggling against the French.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that time we will be decorated with many flowers and a light and water blasting.
Yeah.
And the government also will set up many games and a concert like a live music.
But this is an interesting thing, and hopefully we'll talk about this a little bit later. After the French, they got independent, but then after that, a lot of stuff happened again.
Yeah, and then 1960 we have the election in Cambodia, which is Norodom Sihanouk run one of the political party, and he won the whole system of parliament, which has made the opposition party unhappy with the results.
Hello. Hello, how are you? They're coming also with us.
They just asked for a lift, and this is what I mean. This guy is a legend. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't think, oh, I've got someone in my back of the car where you have to go. No, there's someone, you need help, give me help.
Akon, no problem, no worries. How much is gas?
$1 per liter.
How far do they need to go?
I would say about 2 or 3 more kilometers from here. Get out.
And then we carry on?
Yeah.
So do you often pick up people?
No. I just offer them a ride.
Yeah. I just try to pay the driver, our Mr.
Sam, he is just a legend.
Let's crack on! Akon! You just explained me off camera that this is Battambang. Battambang means lost stick.
Yeah.
Right? There's a whole myth about it. We're not going to explain this to you. We are here for the bamboo train.
Yeah. So these were built by French at 1927. When the French built this one, the villagers also built these bamboo train only for short transportation.
Okay.
That the villagers can carry their products till 17th of May 1975 when Khmer Rouge came to power. They abandoned the lorry, they abandoned the passengers train. They only keep the cargo train to do trading to China, switch back as guns. After the Vietnamese overthrown the Khmer Rouge, the people start to rebuild these lorry. Because that time we don't have any good transportation. The Khmer Rouge burned down all the buses, the pickup truck, or a scooter.
The Khmer people, they did this, right?
They did this, not the French.
A lot of people don't know about the Cambodian history at all. And I try also a little bit to teach, and via you this time. What exactly happened after the French independence was there? What happened then?
That time Cambodia was under the Sihanouk King period. So our country is quite developed, but increasing also the corruption in the country. So after the first of the national election in 1960, Prince Sihanouk won the whole seats in the parliament, made his opposition party unhappy with the result. And because of the corruption, so the opposition leaders tried to flee themselves into the jungle, creating the army, which is called Khmer Rouge. So we start to have the civil war from 1960 until 1970. That Sihanouk King was deposed from power by his own general, has named Lon Nol, and his cousin has named Sarimata.
And what was his plan?
His plan at that time, he's going to bring Cambodia into a communism country. 1963, American involved into the war in North Vietnam, and because Laos President Vietnamese, like North Vietnamese President Cambodian King was a good friends, so they supporting each other. And then our king support the North Vietnamese government by letting the North Vietnamese army hiding themselves in Cambodia border, and American bomb in Cambodia. People start to demonstrate because we think there are many North Vietnamese army hiding themselves in Cambodia. Without any, Vietnamese army in Cambodia, American will not bomb in Cambodia.
We hop on the train. We're gonna learn a little bit more about this history because we basically didn't tell the whole story yet. We crack on.
Yes, please.
We're not trading anything today, do we?
No, we're not trading anything. We only get on just for the experience.
That's for the experience. And who's driving us?
This handsome man.
What's his name?
Singhai.
Singhai. Okay, man. He's doing this for 3 years now, and off we go. To the next station. It's about a half an hour from here.
So, because they have more people on it, we have to get off. Are you having a good time, ladies? Yeah? Bye-bye. Hard-working gents. Akkoord, it's only a one-way track, so it had to be done. Let's crack on.
We also like to go to the islands, and this is also the perfect moment because it's hot. You want to spend time at the beach, and that's where we're taking you soon. But yeah, we were actually in the middle of a story.
It's what the people think. Without any North Vietnamese armies in Cambodia, American will not bomb in Cambodia. The North Vietnamese army who hiding themselves in Cambodia not justify against the American. They are also invaded the country. After the military coup, Lon Nol was appointed to be the president of Cambodia. That he controlled the country only 5 years. Khmer Rouge came in. Pol Pot flee himself with his political members, activists, into the jungle, creating a group of the soldiers. This group is Khmer Rouge.
What was his plan?
His plan to liberate Cambodia and chase all the Vietnamese out because chasing the Vietnamese out and the American out of the country. So he got appointed by the king to be the representative of the king, meaning he is a prior to go into the royal palace without any permission from anyone
Yeah.
except the king. Then he allowed to bring donation giveaway to the villages, to the poor people in the village. So when he handed the donation, he spread communists to those people. And those villagers are uneducated, so quickly believe in him.
So-
They think Pol Pot is a good guy.
Yeah.
That's why some part of the country follow after him. They come to his army and also the spy who worked for Khmer Rouge or Pol Pot group.
Over a few years' time, a lot of people died. A
Yeah.
lot of people had to flee.
Some of the people had to flee to Thailand.
And why? Who's fighting against who?
After the king lost the power from 1970, he was in exile in China. Then he announced into the country that anyone who in love with him and want to bring him back into Cambodia to be in the power, please join him in Maki Forest. And the king will come to meet them, and then they can create another group of the soldiers, which is named Khmer Rouge. So we have two groups of the Khmer Rouge. Within, the king was a leader and Pol Pot was a leader. But these two groups don't get along.
At some stage, it was just chaos. There
Yeah.
was no turning back.
No turning back. From 1975 till 1979.
And who gave that order?
By Pol Pot.
Pol Pot, yeah.
Sorry, about this politics I can't say. So Pol Pot is a given name. So his real name is Salot Sor.
Okay.
And Pol Pot, it means political potential.
If you're planning to go to Cambodia, I do recommend watching the whole video because we get a better understanding of what Cambodia is like, where it is right now. Because we're not only looking back, we're also looking to the future.
Yes.
We are now at the Sailing Boat Mountain. This is also where the Killing Cave is. We're going to learn a little bit about the tragic history that was recently happening, really. And this is also why the country is still developing and maybe struggle a little bit as well at the moment. Why are we getting on the truck?
Why?
Yeah.
Because we need to save time to learn about the Killing Cave.
We also can walk.
Yeah, we can walk, which is about half an hour to get to the cave.
We are in Cambodia with our new Cambodian friends.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, I can see why we are driving.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. So we pay about $10 US to get up here. A little bit pricey, maybe, it seems like, but we do save a lot of time, and you have to remember also that these gentlemen, they also have to earn $1. And this car is not free and not driving on water, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we are all winning at the end of the day.
The building behind me is the temple where the Khmer Rouge use it as the security office or prison to keep the victims to interrogate and torture before they bring them to kill in the cave. So more than 10,000 people were arrested into this prison.
And why, for example, did they get arrested in the first place?
They chased all the people out of the city during the evacuation time.
And why did they do this?
The reason why they do that, because they need to find out the high-educated people. Because the first step, the purpose of the Khmer Rouge is to kill the high-educated people.
High-educated people.
Yep, because those have smart brain to think.
So doctors,
Professor,
teachers.
engineer, pilot, policeman, military, or even the monk. This temple is one of the security office among of 327 prison and killing field for the entire Cambodia during the Khmer Rouge period. So 3 years, 8 months and 20 days, we considering about 2.3 million people are killed, like die by starvation. And then 1 more million people are flee to the other country.
This is in whole Cambodia?
In the whole Cambodia. But this temple keep more than 10,000 victims. The reason why they bring the victim here, interrogate before they bring them to kill, just to find out the background of the victim.
And then if they found out that they were clever?
They will ask them to write down the other people's name. Like example, if I got arrested and I confess after interrogation, like I'm the professor, and then they will ask me about my family members, about their background, about their job from a previous government. And then they will ask me about my friend, what sort of job from the previous government.
Sorry, so you told me how old are you? 52?
I'm 52 years old.
How old were you when this prison was active?
6 years old.
6 years old. So they did not interrogate you as a child?
No, they did not interrogate me as a child. They only interrogate the adult.
How about your parents?
My dad was a blacksmith, so they keep him in the factory to produce the sickle, the knife, the spade, or the sword.
So you had to work for the army, basically?
Yeah, they brainwashed me to be their spy, to pick up the information from the older people, because after, every day that they bring the people to the prison, people start to aware of their background and they start to hide their background.
Were you able to talk to him after the war about this?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
But my mom died by starvation at 1976.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Where did she?
She was evacuated about 40 kilometers away to the west part of Battambang. And not only my mom, I lost 4 family members, my grandparents and my old uncle.
Wow, man.
Yeah. So, so when they bring the victim to a village where they're creating a group and they ask them to join the meeting and they search for the people's background. What they try to search for, how they search for. In the meeting, what they say, we are a group of revolutionary organization. They don't call themselves as government. They call themselves as Angka. Till nowadays, we still cannot find out who is the top of Angka. Even Pol Pot is not the top of the Angka. Yeah, even Norodom Sihanouk, not the top of the Angka. So we're still searching who is the top of the Angka. This is going to be buried for very, very deep. Yeah, we can't find out which country is supporting the Khmer Rouge.
Wow, sorry to hear about everything.
Yeah, it's okay.
Also your mom and all that.
So when they bring the victim here, interrogate, how they tortured the victim when the victim not confess, not tell them the truth about their background. Because they are always searching for teacher, professor, doctor, nurses, pilot, policeman, military. When they ask a question and the victim answer no, there are 2 answers, no or yes. So when they answer no, they will get tortured. So how they torture the victim? There's a pole, tie the hand against the pole, whip them until the skin get wounded, get cut and wounded. They wrap the wounded by salt and chili. So after the Vietnamese occupied the Khmer Rouge soldiers, there are many people come up here to search for their family members who are arrested, bring to this prison or not. So when they come, they're not brave enough to get inside the temple because that time, the whole temple covered by blood. And there are many dead bodies around this area with millions of flies. Stinky smell, because some dead bodies is rotten, some still not yet rotten. So it gave a very strong smell. Until 1985, they start to renovate this temple and repaint all the Buddha story. So they don't want the people to see any more blood on this wall. This mountain where the Khmer Rouge killed the victims. So the first one has named a dressing cave. The second one has named a theater cave. And the third one has named the frog cave. So the frog cave is the smallest one where they kill the baby. So how they kill the baby? Grab both of the baby's legs, smash them against the rock, and then throw them into the cave. So those 2 caves, how they kill?
Why babies? Why? What was the thought?
Because when they killed the older people, when they got the information about the educated family, the saying is, if you would like to clean the grass, you have to uproot it. So when they killed the educated family, they had to kill the baby because they think those babies grown up have a smart brain, get revenge. As what I told you, I lost 4 family members. My own mother, my grandparents, and my old uncle.
I'm so sorry to hear that. What are we doing now, actually? Because we are now...
So we can go to see the cave, and I will explain to you a little bit about the cave.
Are you comfortable doing this?
Sometimes I don't, but
We don't have to go, man.
According to the job, to earn the living, I have to come.
I understand, but I can tell you now, we can skip it if you want.
No, I can explain to you a little bit more about this.
Okay.
But I'm not going inside the cave. You can go, but I will stay outside.
Okay. It's so bloody recent this happened, and you feel that there's something terrible happened here. Like proper slaughter and like animals. And then Mr. Sam is now having the job to tell everyone and pass all this information on, and it's not right what happened, you know, and I hope this will never happen anymore. But still, nowadays there are super terrible things happening, and yeah, I hope all these things like war, if it's civil or not, I hope it stops, because we all trying to have a happy life, and yeah. Anyway, I hope we learn something from this, and yeah, I will definitely. I already know that Mr. Sam is a trustable guide with a lot of knowledge, and his English is super good, and it is still nowadays quite rare to find. Well, we'll leave that till later in this episode. Let's crack on now to the caves where all these terrible things happened. Yeah.
Before Khmer Rouge came to power, these caves are very popular, like a shrine, where people come to pray. Yeah. So the high senior leaders come here, and the local authority would love to create a theater to entertain those leaders. So all the players before performing the theater, they have to come and dress themselves in this first cave, and then walk underneath through the cave to get to another cave to perform the theater. But after 3 years, 8 months and 20 days, these caves changed the name from dressing cave, theater cave, and a frog cave to only the killing cave. Back in the day, there are many skeletons and the bone all over this area.
Okay.
And then the authority tried to collect all the skeletons and the bone, build a wooden shelter by bamboo to keep all those skeletons and the bone.
Where's that?
At the theater cave.
Oh, you can see it also.
Yeah, you can see it now, but they placed them into the concrete stupa because after the Khmer Rouge, we don't have any good doctors. We still believe in witch doctor.
Yeah.
And their medicine
so
is...
all the doctors were basically killed.
Most of the doctors are basically killed.
Yeah.
And they still scared that Khmer Rouge may come back to power.
Yeah.
So they keep hiding their background. So we only have the witch doctor when people got sick. And then their medicine is from the bark or the root of the tree mixed with some skeletons and the bone. And then people come up here taking part of the skeletons and the bone, and we keep losing this. So we worried that one day we will not have any more evidence to prove that, you know, amount of people are killed in these caves to tell the world. Then they build the concrete stupa to keep all those skeletons and the bone.
Okay, guys, we are now at the Bat Cave, the famous Bat Cave of Battambang, and I thought we were way too early, but at 5 o'clock they already start flying out because it's so hot. They're already going. What are you doing here?
Yeah, same as you. Same as you. Yeah.
When did you arrive here?
I don't know. 2 beers ago.
Are you in the booze? Are you?
Just a little refreshment.
Mate, but this is insane.
I mean, it's been going on and on and on and on.
It just doesn't stop.
Normally it's later.
Apparently, it's like 5 million of bats.
Yeah.
They're not countable, but roughly 5 million of bats flying out.
That's insane.
It's beautiful, a beautiful thing. I never seen something like this.
So much. Yeah. Are you going up the mountain?
We've been just now. Seriously,
we didn't get
I got really emotional by it. You have a guide, right?
Yeah, but we need to find somebody to take us up the mountain. I don't want to walk up. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
So I need to find somebody to take us up the mountain.
But yeah, it's worth someone explaining what's going on there because it's
yeah. Definitely want to go up. Anyway, enjoy.
Yeah,
enjoy
thanks. Good trip. Have a good trip. Bye bye.
Oh, I didn't realize it's all happening here. A whole event. Look at all these people just
just chilling. I'm not gonna sit down for this. Although it's gonna take about an hour, this whole event. And sometimes it only takes 10 minutes. But we're lucky and it just keeps going and going and going. It is insane, ladies and gentlemen. I am not able to show you exactly, but then again, this is going on for an hour plus. Hey. Yeah, and they just put the tables down, chairs down, people drinking coconuts here. Mr. Sam, what are you eating?
That is chicken egg barbecue. You wanna try?
Oh yes, of course, wait a second. We're eating pong wang ang. This is basically barbecued eggs, seasoned. Well, the egg's been taken out of the eggshell and then put back again, injected back again. And look how interesting this looks. No egg yolk, because the egg yolk is like mixed in the egg.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, sorry, cheers.
Yeah.
No.
Proost.
Proost in Dutch, there you go.
Oh, it's yummy.
Actually yummy. It's boiled egg, it's like salted egg, really.
Yeah. Pong wang ang.
Pong wang ang.
Yeah.
Thank you, champ.
Yeah.
Hey, normally I do that at the very end, but I might as well ask you now. Do you have a message to the world or some wisdom to pass on?
My message is please come to visit Cambodia. Cambodian people are very friendly and we are not, our country not dangerous at all. Yeah, please believe what your own experience and what you see, not what you heard about someone who telling you about Cambodia.
Some of the guides or some of the drivers, or most of the drivers I can say, yeah, they do speak a little bit English, but it's quite limited. You speak fluently, and with your personal experiences as well, you're just the perfect guy to be guided about around here in this area. So, Mr. Sam, definitely highly recommend you. We put your WhatsApp number in the description.
Yeah.
If you make it to Battambang, it's only like $20 to get you around, and you got a driver, private guide. Come on. Hey. Anyway, best time of the year to go to Cambodia. I think this is any time of the year, but what do you think?
The best time to come to Cambodia, I would say April.
Yeah.
Because that is time to learn about Khmer culture, to celebrate our New Year. Another best time to come, the weather is nice, not this hot, but the scenery will be lush greens from November till March.
We would like to say from Phnom Sampho in Cambodia, near Battambang, bye for now. And stay champ.